There's a saying in business that how you do anything is how you do everything. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you get paid in your business and some of the challenges that small businesses face with scaling, partly down to how they get paid by their clients. Hi, I'm Gareth Everson and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, Lemonade Plan is all about helping freelancers, solopreneurs and business owners to make more of the scarce resources that exist in their business, whether that's time or technology or both. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about that scarce resource that we have of time in terms of how we go about using that time that we have to get paid by our clients, and specifically about taking payments, but also about having clarity about the way you get paid and why that's so important for how you run your business. So there's going to be 8 different things that we talk about in today's video, 8 different ways of getting paid. The first way is to get paid in arrears for the work that we've done, to bill at maybe the end of the month, or to bill once the job is completed. The reverse of that, number 2, is that we ask for payment up front. The third way is kind of a hybrid, that we get paid in stages. So this might be where you've got, say, a more complex service that you're delivering, or a more complex project. Perhaps you've quoted for some of the work. You might get paid a certain proportion up front and then at different stages during the project. Say, for example, if you're working web design, you get paid 25% up front, 25% on completion of the design, 25% on completion of the build, and then 25% when the project goes live. So that's about getting paid in stages. Then the fourth model is about getting paid by results. This is an interesting model where, for example, if you know that you're going to have a tangible outcome for that client, say, for example, make more sales, make some savings, deliver more leads, that kind of thing, that the client pays you by results. The model also works if you're in affiliate or referral partner marketing. You get paid, say, a proportion of sales fees that come with it. So you're paid for the outcomes of the success of your work, delivering those benefits to your clients. The fifth payment model is that you're paid on a recurring basis. It might be a subscription or a ongoing standing order for either work that you do or a service that you provide, or perhaps a product that you provide to that client, like a subscription product, a software subscription or a service subscription type product. That's the recurring model. Then building on the recurring model, you've also got recurring payments plus overages. So that's a model that you can have as well. So you charge them a standard recurring rate, and then you also bill them for any overages that they have during that particular time frame, that month. Then the seventh model is also a recurring basis, but it's a recurring basis where you are billing for usage and not billing them if they don't use a service. So if you ever use the service Slack, an online chat and communication software, they only bill for active use of their product on a monthly basis. That model requires that you're able to pay attention or track how that service is used on a month-by-month basis. And then payment model number 8 is where you charge for upsell services. So you charge them a initial fee for some work that you agree, or a product that you agree to get going. It might be a discovery type thing, or a strategy-based call or something like that. But then you charge them for any services that come out of that, an upsell fee. Or it might be that you charge them for a basic project, but along the way that client decides, or you help them decide, that they need something in addition. So that's charging for upsell type services. So those are the 8 different payment models that, broadly speaking, you can use in your small business. So I wonder, as you listen to those 8 different payment models, how many of those you are ticking off, at least mentally in your mind, about ways that you bill your clients for your services or products that you sell them. Because here's an important thing. I don't think it's possible to grow your business in the way that you want it to grow if you have too many different ways that you're trying to get paid by your clients. if all of the time you're thinking about how to deliver that work so that you can get the successful outcome that they're looking for and the successful outcome that means that you get paid for your services, I don't think that having more than a couple of those payment models in your business leads to real clarity of focus and of thought on your part as a business owner. I wonder what you think about that. So let's just finish with a summary of some of the payment models that work pretty well together. If you're providing services where you're getting paid in arrears, then I would say that the only other model that works pretty well with that is if you're paid for results that you deliver, where you can audit the results of what's been achieved, whether they're sales, whether they're uplifts, or whether it's, say, advertising or marketing services that have been provided in that month. That works well with a payment in arrears model. Then if we come to the payment upfront model, I think that that model sits really well with recurring payments as well. So you deliver something that's defined and self-contained after a payment upfront. It might be a strategy call, it might be a mini program, it might be something that gives the client a particular outcome. That gives you a means to test out whether the pair of you enjoy working together, and if you do, there's an opportunity then to provide recurring services for that client. So those two models work particularly well together. In the model where you're paid in stages, so for example, a web design or for some treatments, or as part of a wider project that has multiple stages in there, where for you and the client it makes sense that you break down the deliverables into paid stages, I think that model generally works best on its own. And the only model that fits very well with that in terms of whether you should add in another payment model for it is if you're providing something that's ongoing as a recurring service. So for example, if you're a web designer offering hosting or PPC services or something like that for the client. So what's the most flexible of all selling types? Well, in my mind, it's the upsell service. That sits very well with a one-off purchase, whether it's a payment upfront or a payment in arrears. It sits very well with all of the recurring payment models, whether the upsell is a one-off or a recurring type thing. And it also sits really quite well with the payment in stages model. So for example, if you have started a project with a client and perhaps you've had a discussion in the early days about whether there might be add-ons that somebody could buy if they want to down the line, then the upsell service works particularly well for that. Works ever so slightly less well with the payments by results model, but nonetheless it's pretty flexible there as well. So there we have it. There's 8 different core ways that you can get paid as a small business. Lots of different complexities to all of them, but I hope through this video you've got some clarity about the combinations that work well together, and in particular the combinations that don't work particularly well. It's important that you have clarity, that your clients have clarity, and if you both have that, then it's a lot easier for you to scale up your business and focus on the things that matter to you and your clients. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe or share this video, and look out for another one.